Hey guys, good morning. We finally have some movement in the markets. So after the Biden speech this morning, we had a market that felt there was a lot of optimism, a lot of reason to think that maybe the debt ceiling was going to resolve favorably. And if that's the case, then we can expect sort of politics to get out of the way of markets and we can resume our normal sort of swing in the triple Qs. So this morning, prior to the speech, we were still stuck with the 20-cent moves. It's terrible, right? We just can't get any ground under us before something starts to reverse. But post-speech, we wound up taking off, and that presented a really good opportunity for profit. So I want to take a look at the charts now and look at what I'm expecting for the rest of the day, what I'm expecting going into the closing bell. Here you see it. This is the triple Q, and you can see that we had that move lower this morning, move back up, and then this tightening of the range that had us really just trading in the box, about a 20-cent, 30-cent move at most between our anchored VWAPs and our support and resistance levels. Once those thresholds got out of the way, right? Once we had the speech and the swings, and everybody's optimistic now, everybody's convinced that they're finally going to be able to do their darn jobs. We had this consolidation right up on top of this pivot line, and that then gave us some room to breathe when we started moving higher. Now we're out to R2 right now, right? So we're at second resistance up here. The likelihood of moving much further before we get a pullback is going to be lower than one would like. But we're hoping that that we can get a trend continuation just a bit higher that will give us a threshold level up at 320.24. If not, then what I'm going to look for is a move that gets us back down towards this anchored VWAP and all of this volume by price over here. So you can see that we've got some stacked order flow in here. It's going to be hard for it to move down through that. So that should be our threshold for at least the foreseeable future this afternoon is right around there. A support line right around there should give us an inflection move. And if it does, we should have the opportunity then to grab another move that is a retest of this guy right here. So everything's looking good right now. If the moves come back down and start approaching sort of the bottom volatility band here, the bottom 2 SDs of closing price actually is what we're looking at. If it gets back down into there, then I would expect that it's not going to happen on this widening move, but that we're going to see something like this trailing up in behind here, right? And the center average will track up into there. And then we could see a nice retracement that gets us down to here, exactly the level that we're looking for here, and give us confluence with what's most likely going to happen here. And things start moving in unison, and we should start seeing a really nice tradable trend this afternoon. All right, so that's it for the charts. And, let's just stay focused on these opportunities for the rest of the day. It should be pretty straightforward unless there's some sort of scare tactic or some news event, geopolitical thing that comes out that indicates that everybody's wrong and nothing's going to happen. That's always a possibility with our politicians. But let's just assume it's not going to happen and that we're going to have some opportunities to get some trades off going into the closing bell. All right, I will see everybody tomorrow morning in the first hour trade.